Hurrah! Okay, so, here I am testing out the Hauppauge with a recording setup that took me a good 12 or 13 hours to actually come up with. Yeah, this has not been a smooth road in the slightest. I'm just going to sort of explain what the hell's been going on with this, as I do a handful of battles here. I've actually done a handful of other attempts at this, which have failed due to varying reasons, which I will be going on a tangent about just a little bit later on. It started off when I woke up. I found the Hauppauge in its box on my desk. I opened it up. It wasn't in its actual box. It was in a parcel. It was a system itself, handful of cords, so I had a bit of a gander at all that sort of stuff. And then I found out that the AC adapter was not going to be able to fit in any of my PowerPoints since it's an American plug. So that was a bit of a problem. I kind of thought I was screwed right from the get-go before I even had a chance to test the damn thing, which would have really pissed me off. But I was able to find an electronics store that was selling some adapters, so I was able to get an adapter so I could plug it in and get it to work. It worked relatively fine, it switched on and whatnot. The only problem was I was being a bit of a dipshit and not just sort of like... I didn't plug all the cords and stuff in properly, so I went to a YouTube video, found out exactly what I had to do and how to set all the plugs up to record off of the Wii, which is what I'm doing here. Because the Hauppauge itself came with this cable. Basically, it's a component cable that can connect to any of the three big systems, whether that be the Wii, PS3, 360. Connect to any of those, which is a nice thing to have. So I had that. I was able to set that up. The only problem was, at that point, I had no means of... I couldn't get any... Oh god, I couldn't get any signal on my television, let alone my computer. That was pissing me off as well, because, like, for some reason no matter what I did, it was being really, really stupid. And so I came up with the arbitrary idea of just swapping televisions. I took the television out of my I took the television I was using out of my room, swapped it for the one in the dining room, and that actually helped. That actually made some progress because I ended up getting a signal of some variety, which it was actually a very clear one. On my television, but the problem was I still wasn't getting anything on my computer. I tried Camtasia 7 and 8, as well as Pinnacle Studio, and none of those worked. And so I went searching for other recording programs, and then came across Hauppauge Capture, which I thought was the thing that you got with the Hauppauge itself, but I found out later that it just wasn't. I recorded it. I recorded a couple of test videos. It seemed fine. There was an option that allowed me to export to MP4, so I did that, and then that's where the problem started with that, and so I ended up having to rule that out because for some reason the export to MP4 caused the audio to go all out of sync on that, so that was a bit of a stupid thing right there. So I ended up having to rule that out, and I can't actually remember what my next port of call was. Actually, yes, I do. Now, it was this other one called GamerCat. I used this to record a handful of Xbox videos on the Xbox. They all worked pretty fine. Like, the audio was all good. I was able to record my voice audio alongside the game audio, and so my assumption was that if I could get some editing software that could work with the video format, then I'd be able to sort of mess around with the volume of both the voice and the game audio so that it would sound a bit better. Problem was, the only one that was able to do that was Sony Vegas. So I spent a friggin' shitload of time downloading Sony Vegas, and right about at that time I was also being alerted to the actual program that you're supposed to get with the Hauppauge, which is, what is this? Damn it, almost recovered from that, which is, what is it? Total something extreme. like, yeah, I was given the heads up to that one, and I thought I actually got the wrong version. Like, all I did was update the version that I had once I downloaded this version. I did that. I wanted to do the thing with the gamer cap and the Sony Vegas first, so I did the Sony Vegas thing first, and then when I put the I actually had a good video recorded ready to upload to YouTube using the gamer cap setup, and then unfortunately when I opened it up in Vegas, there was no sound to be heard, and so I went back to the for fuck's sake! My god, but okay, whatever. It's just like I could not freaking hit him there, but whatever. Moving onward, yeah, there's no sound, so I went to the actual file itself, opened it up in Media Player, and lo and behold, still no sound. For some stupid reason, the sound was just sort of taken off of it. I later opened it back up in the gamer cap program itself, and it was sound perfectly fine, but in no other means was there sound, which was really freaking stupid. I don't know why that was the case, but I ended up having to put up with that. It was really stupid. So at that point, GamerCap was all but ruled out, especially in regards to GameCube. It has an absolute period whenever you try to record GameCube games with that. I don't know why, it was really freaking stupid. But so that kind of ruled that out, and so I tried the this total whatever the hell this is, the thing is, with Audacity. I got in a test recording, and then, like a moron, I forgot to save the Audacity, the file, the voice audio file with Audacity, and decided, okay, well, I'm gonna mess around with this in post-production now. I'll just switch the Hauppauge off to cool it off. I switch it off, and that causes the computer itself to freeze. And so I end up losing the audio file because the computer decides I swear to God, there are forces at work here that are doing everything within their power to prevent me from doing console LPs. Problem is, their willpower is nowhere near as great as mine, because I swear to God, I am fucking recording console LPs. I've been waiting for this for 3 fucking years. So that was that. And so, as a result, I ended up having to toss out the video that I recorded, which was relatively good. It was actually a lot better because I'm looking at it right now on the preview window, and it looks kind of muddy looking. It looks kind of blurry and shit like that, but when I played the video back, it was clear as a bell. It really was. It was maybe not like absolute clear as a bell, but it was a hell of a lot better. It was not nowhere near as blurry or anything like that. And I think as well, having the deflicker off on this game as well helps a considerable amount. There's a deflicker option. If you have it on, everything, all the shapes and stuff like that look a lot smoother, and without it, they look a lot sharper and whatnot. So it's just basically sort of like to the person's preference in regards to eyesight. So I did that, and so the video came through pretty clear, so there's no real issue with that. My only issue at this point now is whether or not I'm going to be able to synchronize the voice audio with the game audio right here. So that is actually something that I'm about to find out if I can do or not, because this is now the end of the recording, since I've now explained exactly what the hell I've been doing for the last 14 hours in regards to this Hauppauge. I've been at this thing non-stop since I freaking woke up, and it's freaking ridiculous. It's nearly 2:15 in the morning when I'm doing this, so if this ever does go up, then you'd want to thank your lucky stars that this thing ever freaking went up in the first place, because, oh my freaking god. But anyways, I'm going to stop rambling and cease the recording right here. So, yeah.